and your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are... Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion... Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko and Lua, let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over.
What a horrible journey! And you set off...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to one of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or at. Meanwhile, the Tenryo it doesn't feel good to speak ill of what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going...
the raft idea sounds a little...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by...
Then there's no time to lose. Let's...
Beg for mercy. Shudder.
Freeze. Cool it.
Crush. Beg for mercy. Shudder.
Dodge this.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail!
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also...
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest...
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
I prefer. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally...
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons, and with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn...
But we didn't come here to take part...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear... Get this. It's a master...
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it'd be...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma.
You just want him to take part in your...
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have...
What are we gonna do? Looks like...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the turn...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is...
Sound of the ocean waves. Freeze!
definitely sign up. Let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be Are you here to compete?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling. I told you. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains.
Uh-huh. But for us, even...
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of...
Are you here for the Crux Clash team?
That's right. Nothing beats real life, but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly...
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I... You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created many different... To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made...
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does, folks will come from far and wide. Heck.
See you in the arena!
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found my...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to... I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous... In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice. I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my aura overwhelm you, though. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys pay way too much for their kung fu classes,
Chink's a village
and another
arm
guy
wrestling
who's
champion,
just
huh? Next, please.
really average.
What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Leo? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah. Also, don't forget to mention...
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling... Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised that
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top...
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole even though you don't have a vision, most people in Tibet, so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition, all right, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Not a problem, there's... You seem like you're raring to go. Good, then
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking...
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these... You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that, and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. Well, since, for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight...
Huh? But we only...
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level...
Huh. To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential... We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hope. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but
Relax. My guys at...
Okay, follow...
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize.
You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feat. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right! For a moment there, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the—
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that but mine? I lost interest eventually. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they—
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hand—
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today.
Wow! Now that's—
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way, do you know who else made it—
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the 3rd round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way—
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge? Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge— Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him— I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear— Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still—
Oh, alright then. Hope you're better.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
You gave an outstanding— I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your— In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your—
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time—
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial tradition. I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the— Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring—
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must— Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, however, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match— Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible... To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along... Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the vision. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair Now then, let's...
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Crush! Flood of frost! More speed.
Your skills in battle are truly... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to... The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems. And one will always encounter that which is still...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions. But don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent?
I desire to know what meaning visions have and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their vision in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions, not to mention, with no new electro-visions having been granted.
She sounds less like an archon and more like...
As far as I know, She is an Archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to... the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the crux. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though he strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to—
Wow!
I've been waiting.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match, but today's final round will— As for our other combatant— Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't—
Wait a moment. Something does... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with...
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would—
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that someone here would have—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that—
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on—
Come with me. I can sense the winds.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Freeze! You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Burn!
Cool it!
Damn you! Wind! Blade!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
I got careless.
Scream for retribution!
I got careless.
There's no end.
Another test subject. That tingle. That tingle? Picked the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
the wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could activate
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanish. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand hut.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still managed to catch up to me. After all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the fight. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far!
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll...
Just a temporary setback.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't...
He has persevered to the bitter end. And put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable.
No need for that. Thank you for...
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just when people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is come. Why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision didn't...
I see. So no matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to...
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying, all right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
already?
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in.
It's not unusual for those...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked... In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is...
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is not... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone speed... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaning. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm